Welcome to this explainer. You know that feeling when you're staring at a blank screen on a complex project management tool, just feeling totally overwhelmed? Yeah, we've all been there. Today, we're shifting our focus. We're moving away from merely learning software buttons and really mastering the underlying project management domain. Let's dive in and fix that frustration once and for all.
So, why do so many incredibly capable professionals struggle with project management software? It's a remarkably common trap, actually. We sit down, fire up the application, and we kind of subtly expect it to do the heavy lifting for us, to magically build the project from scratch. We think the software has the answers. But it turns out, the software is just an empty vessel waiting for your expertise. Actually, scratch that. It doesn't even know your project. It only knows math.
Okay, here is our structured roadmap for this explainer. We've got 5 key areas to cover. 1. The software trap. 2. Shift your mindset. 3. Mastering foundational concepts. 4. Data preparation essentials. And 5. The true project workflow. We're going to build step by step from identifying the root problem to mastering the actual real-world process.
Let's kick things off with Section 1, the software trap, the danger of Day 3.
Our source issues a very specific and, frankly, vital warning here. If your mindset going in is simply, I'm going to learn MS Project, you are literally going to hit a wall by Day 3 of your training, or worse, your actual project. Why? Well, because by then, the software stops being about clicking buttons or navigating menus. It starts demanding real domain context. You'll be asked to link tasks, set constraints, assign resources, and without understanding the why behind the schedule, the interface just becomes this confusing, stressful maze. The software doesn't teach you how to build a skyscraper or launch a product, right? It just calculates the numbers you feed it.
Moving right along to Section 2, shift your mindset, domain over software.
Instead of trying to learn an application in a vacuum, you have to shift your focus entirely to your specific project challenges. Think about it in terms of the construction domain, for example. You need to create realistic schedules, manage complex cash flows, and rigorously track delays to understand exactly how they impact your bottom line. You're really just using the software as a tool to execute your deep domain knowledge. When you focus on solving the actual business challenges you face out in the field, the tool suddenly makes complete sense because it finally has a practical purpose. Now, to actually apply this, it really helps to understand your digital environment. In corporate settings, you're often going to see the client-server version, which ties a whole company to a back-end database. That is great for corporate visibility, for sure, but it heavily restricts what you can click, edit, and change as an individual user. So, to truly master the tool from the ground up, our source highly recommends focusing on the standalone version. Installed locally on your own machine, it gives you the ultimate sandbox. You get full, unrestricted access to build, break, experiment with, and manage project files without ever hitting a frustrating permission barrier.
Which brings us to Section 3, Mastering Foundational Concepts, the Invisible Foundation.
There is a massive prerequisite before you ever double-click that desktop icon. You absolutely must understand systematic project management techniques. We're talking about things like the critical path method, identifying the absolute longest sequence of dependent tasks that dictates your project's final deadline, as well as resource allocation and lead times. The software expects you to bring this knowledge to the party. Sure, it can calculate a critical path in milliseconds, but if you don't know what that path actually means for your real-world timeline or how to crash it if you're running late, the output is practically useless. The foundation is your knowledge, not the algorithm.
All right, Section 4, Data Preparation Essentials, doing the heavy lifting.
Here is a hard truth from the instructor. Nobody will give you ready-made data. In a classroom, you get handed these neat, prepackaged case studies like a small building or a road project, just so you can safely and easily practice the software features. But out in the real world, whether you're the client, the main contractor, or a sub, you are starting from absolute zero. There is no magic template that perfectly matches the unique constraints, terrain, or scope of your specific project.
So, where does the data actually come from? Well, you have to extract it yourself, and it requires some serious heavy lifting. You must meticulously mine your architectural drawings, decode the bill of quantities line by line, scour those densely written contract documents, and pinpoint those unmovable client milestones. You have to synthesize all of this complex paperwork just to figure out exactly what needs to be built, ordered, and tracked. And you've got to do all of this long before you even think about booting up the software. This is the invisible work that absolutely makes or breaks a project manager.
And this brings us to a mandatory 4-step preparation sequence. Step 1, break the project down into a manageable work breakdown structure.
Step 2, define the specific activities required for those packages. Step 3, perform detailed rate analysis. For example, calculating exactly how many bricks, bags of cement, and hours of labor go into a single wall. And Step 4, estimate the realistic durations based on those specific resources. Let's be crystal clear here. Primavera and MS Project will not do these estimates for you. They don't know your crew's speed or your supplier's delays. Every single project is unique, and you must prepare this data yourself.
Finally, Section 5, the true project workflow, bringing it all together.
When we zoom out to the macro-level journey, the true workflow looks like this. Phase 1 is everything we just discussed. Prepare your data. This is where you spend the bulk of your time. Only after that is ironclad do you move to Phase 2. Create the plan in the software. Once management approves it, you hit Phase 3. Freeze the baseline, locking in your target. Then, as physical work begins on site, Phase 4 is monitoring actuals against that frozen baseline. If delays inevitably pop up, the software projects the impact, triggering Phase 5. Take corrective action. This systematic workflow lets you manage issues proactively from day one rather than constantly playing catch-up.
Ultimately, the software is merely a mirror. It reflects your own thorough preparation. It will never save a poorly planned project, but it will brilliantly execute a well-prepared one. So before you open your software on your next project, ask yourself, are you ready to stop relying on the tool and start mastering the vital prep work? Thanks for joining me for this explainer. Keep learning, and I'll catch you next time.
If you want to master Microsoft Project with practical construction examples, join the online professional certificate course of Onyx. Learn from industry experts and build job-ready planning skills. Limited seats available. Join now.